Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 2. Here today on the channel, we're back on our Warden the Paunch DLC campaign as Eltharion the High Elf. This is episode 8. In today's episode, we have the finale for the series. We're going to be completing the vortex victory conditions. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for the series. And stay tuned for more Total War content on the channel. I've got to say a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly for sending me an early access copy of Warden the Paunch and making this Let's Play possible. So a huge thank you to them and their community team. They are fantastic as always. I'll put in the description below the Steam page if you guys would like to read some further information about the DLC. We're 150 turns into our Let's Play, one away before Grom the Paunch rocks up. Interestingly, in our campaign, he was actually wiped out by the AI. We did most of the work in heavy lifting, destroying 75% of his faction, but I think it was like Tomb Kings, or maybe it might have been Malice that finished him off in the end. We've got most of Ulthuan. We've basically united the 10 kingdoms. I would have liked to have them under one YVRESSE banner, but Tyrion was defiant. So much so, he's actually lost a fair few territories in the south. Oh, we've been attacked here by a dwarf. So be it. I guess we'll deal with him later. We've still got Elithanar's territories. Oh, we've got a cutscene here. Oh, but there's no voiceover. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to do one myself. The Goblin King beats once more. The fate of all Asso now rests upon Eltharion's solemn shoulders. He talks more like this, doesn't he? Survive the green-skinned night, else Ulthuan shall know oblivion. Please do take into consideration that I'm using a early access build of the campaign. There should be proper sexy voice acting, unlike mine. Anyway, so Grom has officially arrived. Win the following battle with Eltharion's army. The final siege of TOR YVRESSE. We get 10,000 and no more. Let's have a look at the forces. So, causes terror when fighting greenskins. Whoa, that's huge. And then we got the smashes there. It's obviously going to be much larger than that. There's no way that the final force is that large. Alright, we need to get our army build ready then. Okay guys, so I've skipped a little bit ahead so I can get my army build perfect. 3 in fact. Because it is a siege, I want to rely on more Sisters of Avalon. So, we currently have Henry Cavill is our Hoeth Swordmaster. We've got 11 upgrades now. We've already completed the rebuild of Athel Tamara and of course the Mists buff. Vortex victory, we just need to win the siege now. So I've brought in an abundance of Sisters of Avalon. I've removed the dragons. We've got the bolt throwers. If you guys would like me to continue on with the campaign, maybe do a full map completion, let me know in the comments. And support the series by leaving likes, comments, depending on the views and support. I could do more. If not, we'll move on to more Warhammer 2. Maybe the Paunch, Imric, or maybe another faction. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so we've got some reinforcements here. But looking at Grom's army, we're nearly outnumbered. Probably 4 to 1. We've got some silver and guard there which can help us out. Along with some spy. Another crossbow and an eagle there. Most of my warriors are gold chevron now. We've gotten Eltharion's equipment. We've got his fang sword. We've got his Helm of YVRESSE and Talisman of Hoeth. And we've also got, of course, his famed mount, Stormwing. So, Grom the Paunch is only 27. He could be higher if we sort of fought him on the campaign. So, it's going to be a straight siege for TOR YVRESSE. Okay, so just looking at the siege now, we've got the front line. And it looks like we've got a courtyard to back up into, if be. Alrighty, let's get stuck into the moment you've all been waiting for. The Warden and the Paunch go head to head. Eltharion the Grim, Prince of YVRESSE and Warden of TOR YVRESSE, in the defense of the city, Grom murdered his father and brother when he was out on campaign in Nagaron. We will destroy the Greenskins once and for all. The war will no more war. There will be no more war. No more war. None of it. We shall defeat the Greenskin Scourge here today. Looking at our army build, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Silverin Guard. 1, 2, what we got there? So it's, how many's in a rung? 5. So we've got 10. We've got 10 gold chevron Sisters of Avalon. I've opted to go with them more so because we're in a city defense. I don't think the dragons are going to help us too much. We're going to have a lot of magic. We're going to have a lot of we've got a really good heaven mage and fire mage with us, so it's slightly in their favour, but numerically they outnumber us quite significantly. And of course we do have towers, so we've got the channeling spire there. We've got envelop mist, so we can actually hide our units. Okay. And we've also got Invoking of Ending, which is a bombardment spell. Okay, so looking at our deployment, all my men are deployed upon the walls. Now, just looking at how the city's set up, I think we might have to fall back to the town square. Can we have a look at the Greenskin army? No, we can't. I wanted to show you guys Grom. I thought he would have been visible. Well, looking at the courtyards, I think we're better off to fall all the way back, because you can see there's a long, narrow channel where we can focus and hone our Sisters of Avalon and pick apart one unit as we can. Because we're going to get overwhelmed. We're going to get enveloped on the flank, because they're going to surround us regardless, because they just have numerical supremacy. So if we can slow that down. So we'll put our Silverin Guard on guard mode. Will allow them to hold the line and try and protect the flanks. Now, I unclicked control the AI. What? I wish I didn't click it. So why can't I control them? I guess it's a bug. No matter. We've got 5 and there's only 6 points of attack, so I guess we're gonna have to make do. We could maybe pull one Sister of Avalon back if need be. Right, so we want the main corridor, like we want the Heaven Mage, we want the Fire Mage, and of course Eltharion with his limited magic. I want him to be fighting in the thick of it. So let's get 8 of our Sisters of Avalon to sit here, and we'll put my bolt thrower slightly further back, able to arc over the top. We'll allow Eltharion and Stormwing to lead from the front. We'll put the Heaven Mage on the left and on the right, and then we'll put good old Henry Cavill there in the center.
I've always known this day would come. Grom the Fat's appetite for destruction knows no bounds, and he has led his foul horde back to the gates of our city once more. Hold the walls as long as you can, my warriors, but if absolutely necessary, we shall fall back and make a last stand in front of the tower. Above all, the Waystone must not fall, for its destruction will be the catalyst for all Ulthuan's doom. Remember, if the walls are breached, we must retreat through the main gangways. By Lilith's will, their mobs shall follow us right into the enchanted traps set by our mages. May the power of Mathlan and Azir strike them. Grom will not stop until Total War WARHAMMER is left in flames and rubble. But I have defeated his horde before, and will do so again. This time, he will have no escape. I will make sure of it.
Alrighty, so there's the intro. That's been voice acted, which is good. So here comes Grom the Paunch, Grom the Fat, That's what Eltharion calls him. The rogue idols are now slowly pushing up. Here is the bombardment spell that we have access to. But there was an interesting piece of dialogue there. Oh, they've already breached the walls. So it said that if we retreat to the town square, the mages will activate traps. So that's definitely the play. Because they've already been breached. Unfortunately, the AI, the Allied, seems to be wanting to destroy itself holding the walls. But here are the rogue idols under the control of Warden the Paunch, slowly but surely moving forward. Looking back at his reinforcements there. We've got a spider we've got to watch out for. Here as well is a troll river hag, which we haven't seen in the series. Obviously being destroyed early on. We've seen a lot of river trolls. But here is Warden the Paunch on his wolf rider chariot. And there just above him, the night goblin Niblet sits by his left hand side. Warden the Paunch slowly but surely pushes towards his second siege of Total YVRESSE. So for now, we're holding the defensive line. 58 minutes we need to hold out. So you can even... It's actually probably more beneficial to hold back there. You'd have a hard time holding the walls because they're making breaches left, right and centre now. We'll move my Sisters of Avalon further up here. We've got 8 holding the main gate causeway. And already the gates have broken down. So you've got 2 minutes to hold it. I think the better strategy is to hold back. We have our one bolt thrower there throwing out. Look, that rogue idol's about to come through there. Let's go with the flaming head. The trolls are routing. Let's move you further up. If we could cop a rogue idol with a flammable head, that'd be fantastic. Our bolt throwers are doing their damage. There's no harm in moving the mage slightly up there. Alright, so let's go for that then. You're close enough here, mage. Go for that. What? Did that bounce off? Why didn't it go forward? Another fail with the flaming head. We've only got a couple of coppers. Like a couple of really good ones. Oh, they're starting to trade back and forth here now. We can invoke the mists to hide our units that are camping further back here. We'll go with another bombardment then. Ah, it's shielded. Right. Okay. Maybe the bombardment is more effective with infantrymen. So the city has fallen. The wall has, within 5 minutes of this siege. We're trying to focus where we can. But our AI at the front is delaying. Because, yeah, even if... We don't actually have to kill... Oh, well, it's actually defend Total War WARHAMMER from the Greenskin invasion. Defeat Warden the Paunch once and for all. Defend Total War WARHAMMER from the Greenskin invasion. Defeat Warden the Paunch once and for all. So I guess you could kill him and then camp. I didn't deploy that. The Greenskins have triggered a trap. Ah. So you actually get magical defensive properties helping you out. So you are better off holding the town square. Just sacrificing the walls. The rogue idol. And the spider are now inside. And we seem to be holding quite well on the right there. With those silver and guard because the trap got activated. I'm going to pull one unit of Sisters of Avalon further back. Because I do fear getting flanked there. That's the one weakness. I can't afford to get flanked and routed. The trolls are now pushing further up. Let's try with the second time around where there's more guys further at the back. Let's deploy the flaming head. They're now gone. Come on, swing around. There we go. We're going to hit him head on now. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Oh, it bounces off them, which is really interesting. Ah. I guess they're magic resistance. Because that did absolutely nothing to him. Ah. Well, you live and learn. First time fighting idols like that with a pure magic spell. Because most of the time, when we fought the Broken Axe in this series, Sisters of Avalon have brought it down. So they seem to be pushing a lot more on the right and left. Not too many down the causeway, which is a shame. Let's send Henry Cavill to the right and Eltharion to the left. Because basically, my Sisters of Avalon are just sort of sitting here for now. They're avoiding those center archers. Maybe because I had them shrouded in mist. We'll push over some units there. We might need to use another bombardment. Let's do it then. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. We'll drop another mist though. You don't want to get the Sisters of Avalon targeted if need be. That really disrupts infantry and goblin hatchlings. But overall, it seems numerically we've gotten worse. But now, there are men pulling up the causeway, and our Sisters of Avalon are raining fire and death upon the enemy while being hidden. We'll move the Heaven Wizard here, and we'll allow Eltharion to get into some hand-to-hand combat where he can. They're starting now to push their wyverns, feral and controlled, up and over the top. That's something you really got to watch out for. We don't want them targeting my Sisters of Avalon, nor the bolt throwers. But we seem to be decimating some of the monstrous units in the center. Giants, rogue idols and spiders charging through the center. Eltharion, bloodied in battle, still seems to be holding on for now. The right hand side, we're still not too much. This is it. This is make or break. Hold the line, men. This will decide the campaign. We've knocked out a rogue idol off its feet. I guess we knocked out the giant as well. Man, this is going to go to the bitter end. Ward properties still seem to be holding. Hold the line, men. Do it for Henry. Henry Cavill. I didn't name him that as well. There's just a cheeky reference. There's a lot of Witcher references in this thing. There's like a White Wolf trait. It's because he announced he was a huge fan of the game a while ago, I think. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Right, so the right side seems to be holding for now. The center they haven't made a dent into, and the left, they're falling a lot of agents over there. We just need to continue, focus and isolate the monstrous heavy hitters. The infantry can be disbanded quite easily. Let's go for the orc boys there. Boom! Chakalaka! I always think of the Dukes of Hazzard. It's like the remake, right? The remake with Johnny Knoxville. I can't remember their other names. The guy from American Pie, I think so. Anyway, we're holding. They're starting to, like, we've fought back their goddamn arachnids. Now their wyverns are now pushing up and over. 10 minutes we've made. I don't know if we're going to make 50 as the right hand flank falls. A good shot there with the flaming head. Shrouding our Sisters of Avalon further in mist. But Henry Cavill on the right hand side is struggling to hold. We do have a potion of toughness, because he doesn't have too many magical healing properties. Our Silver and Guard are taking an absolute battering. And the AI, Allied Control, is taking an absolute battering as well. If I control them, which I think you will have it in later versions, I think this is just a bug. But we could have held points more securely. Holding the front wall is debatable. It did allow them to delay them a lot more. A Wyvern now is finally taking the initiative to push and disrupt the Sisters of Avalon in the centre. We're still holding the central corridor there. It's getting to the point where we just need to get every single Sister of Avalon to reform and just focus on individual units. That is how we're going to win this. You might be better off going with a full stack. Even though Cavill's like level 30, 27 or so. You're probably still better off getting a wizard or another Sister of Avalon unit. We're not down and out for the count, but ironically, it's looking kind of grim. Although Eltharion, we seem to be holding on the right, but now they're just like surrounding us from all sides in the centre. Come on, pull through. Let's get rid of these orc boys. Bring them down. Seems to be a rogue idol making some progression there as well. It's the Wyverns, man. Or Wyverns. However you say, I think it's Wyverns actually, not Wyverns. Wyverns is something else. It's Wyverns. Hey! We've won on the right hand side. Well, that idol's getting way too close. Come on, smash it down. The big und idol. Finish him off, come on. Oh god. There we go. Bring it down. Yes. That's what you get for coming into TOR YVRESSE. The Warden will meet you. We'll see you in Athel tomorrow. Okay, we've managed to pull it back a little bit here. I like it. I like it a lot. Right, so we broke on the right. They stopped pushing in the centre. But once again, the Sisters of Avalon are coming up clutch. They are ripping through, melting the enemy. There's Grom! Oh god, everyone target him, please. He's finally made his way into the ancient city. We must protect the Waystone. Because, funnily enough, you may or may not have known that the last Waystone in... Oh, we definitely want to capture him. In TOR YVRESSE, if that was to go, they believed that the vortex would break. So he was sort of going around raiding after being successful against the Dowie. The Empire was held off by the men of the Reichland. It's quite interesting, the story of Warden the Paunch. I recommend reading up on it. There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of Wikipedia articles and whatnot about it. I'm sure there's good YouTube channels as well that do lore videos and stuff. But, yeah. Anyway, he was held off by the men of the Reichland and somehow fluked his way to Ulthuan. And then he came against the rich elvish city of YVRESSE, killing my father, Eltharion's father and brother. That's one of the major blood feuds, but we seem to be holding on here, and we've captured Warden the Paunch. Thankfully for me, he actually charged right through the centre. It's still 60-40. Still could go either way. Eltharion's at half health. Most of my Silveran Guard have been decimated. It's the Sisters of Avalon, which are still continuing to hold up. There is 5 units still within the city on the left. Let's try and finish them off. I guess that's what catapults on the outside holding. Defeat Warden the Paunch once and for all. And we have.
Eltharion, march toward penance.
So 10 Sisters of Avalon has seen to be enough. Obviously a high ranking Eltharion. We're what, 150 turns into the Let's Play? We probably could have initiated this fight a lot earlier. But I wanted to see how far we could go. I wanted to actually get to when the timer is finished for Grom. But I think it's safe to say we have victory! We have victory here today. The only forces that remain are the 5 goblin rock lobbers outside. There's a gobbo running away on his squig. Just so much like Lord of the Rings imagery I just keep on reminding, like on a TV cinematic level. The White City holding out. Because I quite like the helm of YVRESSE. Kind of reminds me of the White Guard in Minas Tirith. And Grom the Paunch can kind of make up. He's probably a bit cooler than... I don't even know half the bloody orcs' names in Lord of the Rings. Ugluk, that's one. What else have we got? Lurtz. Gorbash, I think one of them is. Anyway, we need to get rid of these catapults. So come on, men. Let's ride out and meet them. For death and glory. For YVRESSE. For Eltharion the Grim. The Prince of YVRESSE. The Warden of YVRESSE. And for the 10 united Elvish Kingdoms. Charge! Let's drop a bombardment to show these gobbos who's boss. Oh my god. They are just getting absolutely brutalized there. Oh my god. Come on, Sisters of Avalon. Come out and help them. Form up. Make sure you target everyone you can. We just need to defend YVRESSE from the greenskin invasion. And we'll have victory. The vortex victory. For the Warden and the Paunch DLC. Push out, men. Alright. Let's make it normal speed now. And so was it. Eltharion charged out on Stormwing, along with Henry Cavill on his mounted steed. Rock lobbers. Gotta watch out for them, because they can be quite sort of dangerous towards the tail end there. Throwing down wards and powers where we can. Eltharion charges down, destroying the first 2 goblins on the catapult. Henry Cavill further in the centre. A high Elven Fire Mage and Heaven Mage pushing forward. And the last brave men of YVRESSE. Sisters of Avalon getting smacked there. For death and glory. For the victorious dead. Victory! We have victory! Ah, finally. Man, oh man, that was a hell of a siege. Oh my god, it was a close one as well. They outnumber us 2-1. Quality-wise as well. Wow, 185 with the bolt throwers, Sisters of Avalon carried, along with the wizards and Eltharion and Henry Cavill. Let's execute the captives. The Asa no longer fear the Goblin King's savage return. Grom is slain, and the Warstone light the path to a better tomorrow. The Warden does not join the celebrations. Other foes will hunger for YVRESSE, and so Eltharion's grim watch is without an end. What a nice fitting. Hey, well guys, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end Episode 8 of the Total War WARHAMMER II Warden and the Paunch DLC campaign. We have completed our vortex victory conditions in 153 turns. We could have done it a lot earlier, but I wanted to wait till Grom's arrival. We've made YVRESSE defense plus 100. If you would like to see a continuation of this campaign, let me know in the comments, depending on the feedback, suggestion, likes and comments, and overall support for the series. I could definitely see myself doing more. If not, we're at a really good point in the campaign to shift and move to something else. We could do more Total War WARHAMMER II, playing as Warden the Paunch on the Vortex or Mortal Empires campaign. Let me know in the comments. Or maybe we could play as Imric, a Knight of Galador. Or maybe we can go back to some more Total War historical games. But guys, thanks for watching the series. I've had an absolute blast playing this DLC. I'll put in the description below the Steam page if you'd like some further information. We've hit our victory of taking and holding all of Ulthuan. I really wanted to unite the 10 Elvish kingdoms under a YVRESSE banner, but Tyrion still defiant to the bitter end, so much so he's actually lost some territory to the south there. We hold the east, north, west, and not so much like south and inner west ring. We have Lithanar's domain, and Alario's under our control. We've got a really nice outpost where we can launch further operations in the Tomb King's Hall and in the west as well. We have rebuilt Athel Tamara. We've destroyed Grom the Paunch and the Greenskin Scourge. And we have lit the light for a new tomorrow for TOR YVRESSE. Thank you very much for watching and enjoying the series. Much love from Simpzy in Australia.
Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.